Welcome to our defense briefing show. Today we're diving into some intense news from around the world. First up, Kyiv has been hit hard by a massive Russian drone and missile attack, resulting in at least 21 casualties including children and causing widespread damage to buildings and diplomatic offices. This attack has really shaken up ongoing peace efforts, with global leaders condemning Russia's actions. The conflict continues to escalate, with Ukraine fighting back fiercely. Next, we turn to Pakistan, where devastating floods have displaced over 200,000 people. The situation is worsening as more rain is expected, and the army is actively involved in rescue operations. It's a tough time for the region, with nature's fury causing chaos and hardship for many families. We hope aid reaches everyone in need soon. Finally, we look at China's impressive military parade marking the 80th anniversary of the end of WWI. This event is more than just a celebration, it's a strategic display of China's military strength and diplomatic power. Leaders from around the world are watching as China showcases its latest technology and asserts its influence on the global stage. That's all for today's updates. Please continue to stay tuned for more detailed coverage. Nikkei Asia reports a devastating Russian missile and drone assault on Kyiv, marking one of the most significant strikes on Ukraine's capital since the invasion began in 2022.
The attack,
which killed at least 21 civilians, including 4 children, and injured 48, also caused extensive damage to EU diplomatic offices and civilian infrastructure, with nearly 100 buildings damaged across the city. This assault, involving nearly 600 drones and 31 missiles, was a stark reminder of Russia's ongoing military pressure, even as peace negotiations seem increasingly elusive. Western nations, including the US and EU, condemned the attack, with the US approving an $825 million arms package to bolster Ukraine's defenses amid stalled peace talks. Ukrainian President Zelensky condemned Russia's use of ballistic weapons over diplomacy, calling for harsher sanctions if Moscow continues to refuse serious negotiations. Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts remain fragile, with Western leaders accusing Russia of stalling peace and Russian officials claiming their strikes targeted Ukraine's military infrastructure, including oil refineries, in a bid to weaken Kyiv's war economy. The attack also prompted international responses, with EU officials summoning Russia's envoy and Britain condemning Putin's actions as sabotage to peace prospects, while Ukrainian efforts to defend and rebuild continue amidst ongoing hostilities. Deutsche Welle highlights the catastrophic floods ravaging Pakistan, displacing over 200,000 residents and prompting the deployment of the army to assist in rescue operations in eastern Punjab. The relentless rains have caused widespread destruction, inundating homes, roads, and farmland, and leaving thousands vulnerable. Authorities warn that more heavy rainfall is expected in the coming days, raising concerns about further displacement and infrastructure damage. The crisis underscores the escalating climate emergency facing Pakistan as communities scramble to cope with the increasing frequency and severity of natural disasters. The flooding not only devastates lives and livelihoods, but also strains the country's already fragile resources, calling for urgent international aid and long-term climate resilience strategies. As the floodwaters continue to rise, Pakistan's people brace for more hardship, with the government and aid agencies working tirelessly to provide shelter, food, and medical assistance amidst the ongoing deluge. South China Morning Post vividly recounts Charmaine Shi's extraordinary journey from a Miss Hong Kong runner-up to the reigning queen of television. Her relentless dedication is exemplified by her record-breaking work ethic, once filming 6 dramas totaling 120 episodes in a single year, often working 18 hours a day with minimal time off. Her transformation from initial criticism for her voice and acting to becoming one of TV's most celebrated actresses highlights her resilience. Her breakthrough role in Return of the Cuckoo marked her recognition as a talented actress, and her versatility across genres, from martial arts to historical dramas cemented her status. Her portrayal of complex characters, such as the tragic Empress Shushen in Story of Yangtze Palace, garnered massive popularity in China, illustrating her ability to reinvent herself and thrive across markets. Despite personal hardships, including her father's early death and her choice to prioritize her career over marriage, Xi's unwavering work ethic and passion have propelled her to become a cultural icon, inspiring online discussions about modern women and professional success. The South China Morning Post also narrates the tragic accident involving a Polish F-16 fighter jet during a rehearsal in Radom, Poland. The aircraft, performing an aerobatic maneuver, suddenly crashed in flames, resulting in the death of the pilot, an officer distinguished by his dedication and bravery. Rescue operations were swift and no bystanders were harmed, but the incident cast a shadow over the upcoming Radom airshow, which was subsequently cancelled. The footage vividly captures the dramatic moment when the jet, executing a barrel roll, suddenly spiraled out of control and plummeted, illustrating the inherent dangers of aerial displays and the tragic costs of precision flying. This accident underscores the risks faced by military pilots and the ongoing sacrifices made in the pursuit of national defense and aerial excellence, leaving a somber reminder of the perilous nature of their profession. The Sydney Morning Herald vividly depicts the awkward diplomatic misstep involving Australian Defence Minister Richard Marles during his visit to Washington. His social media post showing him in the Pentagon was quickly dismissed by US officials as a mere chance encounter, despite the initial claims of a scheduled meeting with high-level officials. This gaffe highlighted the strained state of Australia-US relations, especially amid the absence of a formal meeting between Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and US President Donald Trump. The incident was compounded by the Pentagon's dismissive response, which suggested inexperience or ignorance rather than deliberate slight. Nevertheless, Marles' efforts to engage with senior US officials on critical issues like AUKUS and military cooperation were genuine, even if overshadowed by the social media blunder. The episode offers a humorous yet sobering lesson on diplomatic protocol and the importance of nuance in international relations, illustrating how even minor miscommunications can reflect broader geopolitical tensions. The Globe and the Mail vividly depicts the controversial decision by the Trump administration to honor Ashley Babbitt, a Capitol riot participant, with military funeral honors. Babbitt, a decorated Air Force veteran, was tragically shot dead during the chaos of January 6, 2021, while attempting to breach a barricaded door at the Capitol, wrapped in a Trump campaign flag. The U.S. government's decision to bestow military honors, despite her death occurring amid a violent insurrection, underscores a broader narrative pushed by Trump to cast the event as a patriotic act and Babbitt as a martyr figure. This move, coupled with a settlement of nearly $5 million with her family over her wrongful death, highlights the political effort to reshape the Yejan 6 story, emphasizing loyalty and sacrifice among supporters. Australian Broadcasting Corporation details an awkward episode involving Australian Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles during his recent visit to Washington, revealing the chaotic nature of Trump-era diplomacy. Initially claiming that his brief encounter with U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was a casual happenstance, Marles' office faced skepticism and criticism when U.S. officials later confirmed it was, in fact, a formal meeting. The incident, reminiscent of satirical political shows like Veep or The Thick of It, exposes the disarray within Trump's inner circle, where scheduling chaos and internal rivalries impede even the most straightforward diplomatic exchanges. The episode underscores how Australia's strategic efforts to strengthen ties with the U.S. are hampered by the unpredictable and often dismissive attitude of the Trump administration, revealing the complex and sometimes strained nature of international alliances in an era dominated by America First policies. The BBC reports on Glasgow's ambitious plan to modernise its bike-sharing system with a new £1 million contract awarded to Void Technology UK Limited. The city's current fleet of over 1,200 bikes, including electric and non-electric models, will be replaced with at least 1,000 sleek new e-bikes designed to promote sustainable transport. The revamped scheme aims to make cycling more accessible and user-friendly with flexible pricing, including minute-by-minute charges, monthly subscriptions, and daily passes. Void's innovative approach involves a dockless system accessible via a smartphone app, allowing riders to locate and unlock bikes easily and park them in designated zones. The initiative not only seeks to improve mobility, but also aligns with Glasgow's climate goals, replacing tired, outdated bikes with state-of-the-art technology and fostering greener, urban transportation options for residents and visitors alike. According to Foreign Policy, China's September 3rd military parade, commemorating the 80th anniversary of the end of the War of Resistance against Japan, transcends mere ceremony, serving as a sophisticated act of strategic communication. This grand display of military might, featuring advanced systems such as fourth-generation tanks, carrier-based aircraft, hypersonic missiles, and cyber warfare capabilities, aims to demonstrate that China has transformed from a once weak nation into a formidable superpower. The parade's symbolism is multi-layered. Domestically, it bolsters the legitimacy of the Chinese Communist Party by showcasing national strength, while internationally, it signals to the US, Japan, Taiwan, and regional neighbors that China is combat-ready and capable of projecting power. Moreover, the diplomatic aspect is pronounced, with high-level Southeast Asian, Middle Eastern, and African leaders attending to position China as the leader of the global South, contrasting with the West's influence. The presence of Russian President Vladimir Putin underscores a strategic alliance, with discussions likely hinting at post-war arrangements amid ongoing global tensions. Xi Jinping's speech will intertwine historical narratives with future ambitions, emphasizing China's pivotal role in WWI, its resistance to US dominance, and its vision for a multipolar world, thus reinforcing the narrative that China is both the inheritor of history and the architect of the future order. Yahoo US reports on the mystery surrounding a $1.2 billion Army contract to build a detention tent camp, highlighting the intrigue and lack of transparency surrounding the project. While details remain scarce, the contract's size and purpose raise questions about the scope and the intent behind its allocation. The secrecy surrounding the initiative fuels speculation about its strategic significance, especially amid broader discussions of military preparedness and detention infrastructure. This clandestine aspect underscores concerns over military transparency and raises questions about the potential implications for national security and civil liberties. The lack of public details leaves experts and observers pondering whether the project signifies a shift in detention policies and expansion of military facilities, or a response to emerging security challenges. As the story unfolds, it encapsulates the ongoing tension between operational secrecy and the public's right to understand government actions related to national defense. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopsis thoughtfully curated by the 6DO team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6DO Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6DO team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6DO Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6DO Brief via email.
Turn the lights on screen. What's the latest scene? Just you and me, laugh and disagree. On the couch we sit, talk about the hits, news and bits, chat through all the fits. 6-degree chess, gotta talk about that. Blind crazy chat, share where we're at. From the weather change to the world's big stage, everything's fair game under our spotlight's flame. Grab a coffee quick, get your hot takes thick. We're here to mix and pick, every topic's our flick. 6-degree chess.